In Russia, a terror plot against synagogues foiled just in time. Explosives seized, suspects in custody. But beyond these arrests lies a darker truth. A global surge in anti-Semitic violence spreading from Moscow to Manchester, from Gaza to the West. This isn't an isolated threat. It's a worldwide crisis in motion. Russia's Federal Security Service, or the FSB, says it has thwarted coordinated terrorist plots targeting Jewish religious sites in two cities, Krasnoyarsk in Siberia and Pyatigorsk in the Stavropol region. In a statement issued on October 6th, the agency said the attacks were being organized by supporters of an international terrorist organization banned in Russia. According to the FSB, the suspects planned the assaults to protect the Palestinian population affected by the conflict with Israel, though investigators described the motivation as ideological extremism rooted in religious hatred rather than humanitarian concerns. The FSB said a large-scale counter-terrorism operation was carried out in both cities, leading to the seizure of explosives, weapons and communication devices containing detailed attack instructions. A criminal investigation has been opened on suspicion of preparing and attempting to commit a terrorist act. According to RIA Novosti, two Central Asian nationals were planning to detonate a bomb at a synagogue in Krasnoyarsk, while a Russian citizen intended to set fire to a synagogue in Pyatigorsk. Footage released by RT showed security agents storming an abandoned building believed to have been used to store bomb-making materials.
I gave money to my countrymen to blow up the synagogue.
Another suspect in the footage admitted,
I wanted to blow up the synagogue to kill people.
At the time of his arrest, the Russian national in Pyatigorsk was allegedly carrying several knives and Molotov cocktails. He confessed to planning a terrorist attack on a local synagogue. The FSB said all three individuals were linked to a banned terrorist organization and intended to carry out the assaults under the pretext of protecting the interests of Palestinians who suffered during the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. But the real aim, it claimed, was to incite interethnic and interreligious strife within Russia. The attempted attacks in Russia come amid a worrying global trend. Over the past 2 years, Jewish institutions have faced increasing violence, much of it connected to geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. On April 5, 2024, an arson attack damaged the Oldenburg Synagogue in Germany. Authorities launched an investigation and offered a cash reward for information. On May 17, 2024, a man threw a bomb through the window of the Rouen Synagogue in France, causing a major fire. The attacker was shot dead by police after attacking responding officers. On June 18, 2024, in Athens, Greece, 3 individuals of Greek, Afghan and Iranian descent were arrested after attempting to start a fire near a synagogue. On December 6, 2024, in Melbourne, Australia, 2 masked men carried out an arson attack on the Adas Israel Synagogue, injuring 1 person. Australia recorded more than 2,000 anti-Semitic incidents that year, a sharp increase linked to the Israel-Gaza conflict that began in late 2023. On January 17th and January 21st, 2025, in Sydney, a Jewish community leader's home was vandalised, cars were torched, and a childcare centre was set on fire with anti-Semitic graffiti. On February 21st, 2025, a man stabbed a visitor at Berlin's Holocaust Memorial. On May 22, 2025, a lone gunman killed 2 embassy staff at the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. On August 31, 2025, anti-Semitic graffiti was found defacing a Holocaust memorial in Lyon, France. On September 8, 2025, Palestinian gunmen opened fire at a bus stop near Jerusalem, killing 6. On October 2, 2025, on Yom Kippur, a deadly car ramming and stabbing outside the Heaton Park Hebrew Congregation Synagogue in Manchester. In the first half of 2025 alone, there were at least 74 recorded anti-Semitic incidents targeting synagogues worldwide. The attacks, ranging from vandalism to murder, underscore an alarming rise in antisemitism linked to the continuing conflict in the Middle East. Since the Hamas-led assault on Israel on October 7, 2023, and Israeli actions afterwards, there has been a dramatic rise in anti-Semitic incidents worldwide, a surge that experts say has become both widespread and increasingly violent. While the Israel-Hamas war served as a catalyst, analysts argue that the hostility has deep roots and has now entered mainstream discourse, with anti-Semitic rhetoric spreading across social, political, and digital spaces. Key drivers behind this escalation include the 2023 Hamas attack and subsequent Gaza conflict triggered sharp increases in anti-Semitic hate crimes globally, especially during protests and online campaigns. These events intensified long-standing prejudices and polarized public discourse. Anti-Semitic attitudes, once confined to extremist fringes, have become increasingly visible in public life. This has translated into more frequent acts of violence, threats, and harassment across Europe, North America, and beyond. Social media platforms have seen a surge in anti-Semitic content, from conspiracy theories about Jewish influence to open calls for violence, particularly on Arabic language channels. Anti-Semitic narratives are being fueled simultaneously by far-right, far-left, and Islamist extremists, each drawing on different ideologies but united in targeting Jewish people and institutions. From synagogue bomb threats to stabbings and arson attacks, Jewish communities worldwide have faced growing danger. Reports of intimidation, vandalism, and physical assaults have multiplied since late 2023. According to international monitoring groups, over 1,300 anti-Semitic incidents were recorded worldwide between October 2023 and October 2025, a 108% increase compared to 2023. In the United States, anti-Semitic acts on college campuses nearly tripled between 2022 and 2024. Europe has reported similarly alarming trends, with France and Germany witnessing record spikes. In Britain, anti-Semitic hate crimes more than doubled between 2023 and 2024, marking the highest figures since records began. The Manchester Yom Kippur attack in October 2025, which killed 2 people, was described by police as a terrorist act, symbolizing the violent turn this hatred has taken. The impact has been profound. Many Jewish communities now live with heightened fear and altered routines. Jewish leaders and political figures across the world have pledged to enhance protection and toughen hate crime laws. Yet, the persistence of anti-Semitic sentiment, intensified by geopolitical conflicts and amplified by social media, continues to pose a grave challenge to global security and social cohesion. The surge in anti-Semitism, analysts warn, is no longer confined to the shadows. It has become an urgent, worldwide crisis, one that demands both political resolve and societal awareness to ensure that Jewish communities can live without fear once again.